FX presents the Indu Podcast with your host, T. Sterling Watson.
Good morning, Indubians. I'm T. Sterling Watson.
And this is Kortney.
This is the Indu Podcast.
I'm sorry. Can we do that one more time? I had I'm so sorry.
Okay.
My TV was on and started talking. I think I hit a button or something. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Please let's do that again.
How's Mike?
FX presents the Indu Podcast with your host, T. Sterling Watson.
Good morning, Indubians. I'm T. Sterling Watson.
And I'm Kortney.
This is the Indu Podcast, where morning drive time meets late night talk show as we aim to entertain, enlighten, and provide an auditory escape with knowledge and nonsense. Thank you for stopping by and pressing play. We're recording live from the south side of Wakanda in Little New Indubia on the corner of T'Chaka and MLK Drive. Yes. How are you today, Kortney?
I am doing well. How are you today, Sterling?
I am stupendous. I know we have not recorded in over a month, it seems. Yeah, over a month. And here we are.
Yes, good to be back.
Good to be back. And I'll just not bury the lead any further because I'm a new man after all this time. And I am a whole husband. And I'm sitting next to my whole wife, who is brought to you by lovely city of Waterbury, Waterbury's finest. Brought her out of Waterbury. She now lives with me in an undisclosed city. Oh, gosh. But she's actually here in the quote unquote kitchen studio with me here as she was giving me looks as I was saying where we're recording live from. But this is where we live. And yeah, Ashley Nicole Perry, parentheses Watson. How are you, Mrs. Ashley?
Mrs. Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Just peachy.
Just peachy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So glad to have you here finally. I mean, I know we were discussing you being a guest prior, but I'm like, this is the perfect time to have you on.
Yay.
My first episode as a whole husband.
A whole husband, and you have a whole
my
wife.
Wifey poo, right?
Wifey poo. Aw.
Mm-hmm.
So sweet. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Great.
In my home.
Right. So as we always do with a first-time guest, you have to answer our icebreaker question. You actually want to take it this time, Kortney, and ask? Or I know I didn't. I just didn't even prep you. I just
No, you got it.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool. All right. So Ben and Jerry's called, and they're like, we need a new flavor, and we want you to name it. So what is that flavor, and what do you call it?
Also, I have to make up the flavor?
Yeah, make up a flavor. Whatever you want in an ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I know if it's a new flavor or not?
Doesn't matter.
Well, whatever you want to be in this ice cream, you make up the ice cream flavor. You put whatever stuff in it if you want it.
That's a hard question for me.
I know, because you have to decide and make a decision.
And also because we just discussed ice cream a few days ago and how like we all favor vanilla. I don't know.
I know. It's just like it's the simplest. Well, I've already reinterpreted vanilla, which I don't think we've talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically it's vanilla but uninterrupted. meaning there's no other toppings,
right?
Swirls.
It was so tasty.
But you do have other ice creams you do enjoy from time to time.
I do, but even still, like that vanilla was so good. But you know what I would like?
What would you like?
When we had that cookie dough stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what flavor that was, but like mix it with the plain vanilla.
Ooh.
Was it
I like it.
Was it the sugar cookie one? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember, but it was tasty. Do I have a name for it?
Oh, I know which one it was. I think it was the strawberry shortcake one.
Yeah. Strawberry shortcake cookie dough with like some nice vanilla ice cream. Yeah. Did the lights just turn off?
They did.
Okay,
yes.
I'm sorry. I got confused.
I have smart. This is a smart home, so the lights come on automatically at 7:15 here. So it scared her a little bit. And Kortney's a little scared sometimes.
I was having a stroke.
I'm talking about the smart technology. No, just smart technology scaring us. So we have the flavor. So
have a flavor. I don't have a name for it.
I don't have a name for it. I know, but this is the fun of the icebreaker question. It puts you on the spot.
Oh,
and it's granted there's a little irony. We're talking about ice cream, but you're on a hot seat here.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. Well done.
Took a second, but I'm with you
melting.
now.
Oh no, I'm melting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll work with you because it's strawberry strawberry cheesecake. I'm sorry. That's what it was.
Yes.
So strawberry cheesecake cookie dough.
Hey, what ice cream did we have the other day at what you call it?
You had rum raisin.
I know I had rum raisin. What did you have?
I had cherry vanilla. Like there were.
Wait, I had 3 scoops though. Then wasn't the other one cheesecake something or other too? I think it was. It was. Never mind. It was because I remember the cheesecake bites in there, and it was just so yummy. So like just like the cheesecake part, and the cookie dough and the vanilla, that'd be good. I can't come up with a name for that. You do that. That's why I have a husband.
Okay. Okay. Strawberry cookies.
Not so easy, is it, Sterling?
What? No? Oh, she's making a face. Okay. I reject the name I put out there, and we'll have to, because you're right. You're right, Kortney. It is not easy, but because I figured at some point I was going to be on this hot seat. Then I'm like, I'll put myself on the hot seat. But the thing is, I already know what the question is, and I kind of already have the answer. So, and but half. Well, I was going to say half baked because some of their some of the ones that have
that's a good turn.
Half cookie dough already. They're usually called half baked.
Okay.
Yes, but yikes.
Right.
I mean, that was only part of it. Like,
sure.
Oh my gosh.
Good Lord. Well, we'll circle back to it as I brainstorm and figure that out.
Okay.
Because we'll come back. But in the meantime, yes, we've had a wedding, micro wedding. I felt that went well, and we had a good time. And I'm just Ashley can join in with me as we thank Kortney so much for being the Zoom host for our wedding and keeping people entertained and updated with all the things that was going on behind the scenes, as well as just
right, especially because our wedding was super delayed due to some personal background issues with family and guests and aides and things like that. Should I tell the story of what happened?
You don't have
why
to
we were
unless
late.
You want to, but you can.
How late were we? I really have no idea when we started.
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
2 hours.
Oh gosh, that's awful.
See,
well, but everybody stayed, and everybody was very, understanding. And matter of fact, there were more people who joined after, like when the wedding probably would have been over. Like had we started on time.
That's probably because of me, because I posted on Facebook that I was getting married like right before I walked out. It was like something like, I'm getting married in just a few minutes, y'all. You can watch.
Oh, wow. Well, it worked. I mean, more people came and it was neat. Like, but everybody, you know, even the folks who were there the entire time, everybody was just fine, and we were just kind of chilling and just hanging out. So
that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because what happened, the first reason why we were behind was because my grandmother's aide didn't show up to take care of my grandmother. So that means my mother and my father and me had to take care of my grandmother instead of getting ready for the wedding. So that put us behind. Like it was like, what time did my father finally get in the shower? Like the wedding was supposed to start at 4.
At 4.
And he got in the shower like 5 minutes before 4:00. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like,
I'll say even a little bit later than that, but
yeah.
Like, okay. Cause I got dressed at like 3:45. I didn't get Ken dressed until 3:50 maybe. 3:55. And
like, no shade to my father, but he like takes the longest to get ready. So I was like, oh my gosh, we're not going to start until like probably 5. So, you know, we kind of slowed down progress since I knew that my parents weren't ready. And eventually I had asked where my godmother was, who's my favorite person in the world. I love my godmother. Like, she's like my mother. I have a mother, love her too, but my godmother, like, that's my homie. And I asked my mother, I'm like, where's Aunt Margaret? And she had gone up to, she had gone out of state to go get her passport because of whatever reason. She had to do that because she had another wedding and a family to go to in Mexico. And she needed that passport because she was going to leave like 2 days after my wedding. So she had went up out of state and she was still in Massachusetts at like 3:30.
Oh no.
And stuck in traffic. And I immediately called her on the phone. Meanwhile, I'm getting my makeup done.
Shout out to Jenny. She did a great job.
Yes, she did a beautiful job. So I called my godmother and she's like, what's the matter? I was like, where are you? She's like, I'm in the car. I'm in Massachusetts still. And I'm not going to make the wedding. And I just start crying.
Oh,
I just started bawling, and Jenny's like, "No, don't cry.
Your makeup, no,
not your makeup." And I just cried. She's like, "Ash, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Look, I'm gonna be there. I'll be there by like 5:00. Okay, just don't cry. I just won't be dressed. I won't be in the pictures." I'm like, "You're gonna be in the pictures. What are you talking about?" Yeah, so I don't know. Since I knew that we were going to wait until 5, by that point, I completely slowed down everything. I didn't even bother putting my dress on. Like Jenny ended up doing my mother's makeup and my sister's makeup, and everything just kind of slowed down. And then I think right before, like when everybody was ready, now my mom decides to bring my sister to the bathroom, my sister who is handicapped, and she takes a while. And I was like, come on, people, I'm ready to go get married now. So it was just, we had to wait for a lot of things. There's just a lot of things going on. It wasn't my fault.
I believe you.
Yeah, but it was still really great. It was great. I'm glad that everybody could watch and enjoy. Right.
And I just recently pulled up the transcript, and I also thank everybody for all the congratulations and thank you for all the people that were there. And Kortney, yet again, thank you very much, because you even told me, yeah, weddings don't normally start on time. Like, okay, let me calm down. So, I mean, it was just the waiting. But then once it happened, it was like, we're here, we're doing it, we're doing the thing. The thing is happening. I'm saying the words. I'm reading. Oh no, she's crying a little bit. It's like,
I cried a lot. I cried a lot.
Yeah.
Like whole snotting and things.
Right. The whole, snot tears. It was all happening. And then she got through it, powered through it. And then we did the kiss, and then we walked away and tried to say goodbye to the people. And then we had to go take a million pictures. And then we got to eat. We got to eat first, which I mean, I'm not used to because I kept telling people, it's like, I'm so used to being like one of the servers or one of the people in the background, but everyone was like, no, this is your day. You get to eat first, eat now.
And we were served. That was nice.
It was.
And it was really yummy food.
We had salmon and veggies.
And brown stew chicken.
Mm-hmm. What am I missing?
Rice and peas.
The rice and peas.
Oh, the rice and peas were so good. God,
they were
so delicious.
Yes.
People took rice and peas home with them.
Yeah, and I wish
sounds really good.
It was.
I'm so hungry now.
Jamaican inspired because Jamaicans. So it was delicious. It was. I miss those rice and peas already. So then that happened. We went away to Cape Cod for our honeymoon, and that's 95% rain that happened, but we still had a good time.
Oh. It's probably more than 95%. It rained almost like that whole time. Shortly after we arrived to our destination, it started raining.
Yes.
And it stopped a moment, like when we left, right?
Yeah, for a little while.
Oh no, that stinks. That's just not fair.
It wasn't. I mean, even the sun came out just a little bit. It was like, oh, hi, bye. And then, yeah, it was rude. But again, we had a great time. It was a nice stay at the Airbnb. I forgot her name already. Kim?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes, Kim.
Yeah, she was very kind. Very quiet. Although she said we were very quiet because, I mean, it was just new. We'd never stayed at an Airbnb before. So it was just a new experience. And but hey, it was a nice home. I wish I took a picture of it just to say, hey, we were here. And she's, very nice, very kind. And we visited Provincetown in Cape Cod. That was fun.
P-Town was nice. It was new for you.
It was new for me, yes. So if anyone is looking for a place that's like very inclusive and you feel like, I don't feel judged wearing a mask. I don't feel judged at all. You can be what you want to be in living color. Sorry, I heard the song in my head.
Yeah.
I just went with it.
Especially down the main road. It was like pride flags.
Yeah, rainbow flags everywhere.
Black Lives Matter flags.
Oh yeah, a lot of Black Lives Matter flags. And it just, I mean, out of all the places we were, I think I felt the most comfortable there because like it was just a lot of like just white spaces too. And I felt, anyone judging or whatever, or, like, what are they doing over here? But yeah, it just, I don't know, it was just warm, even though it was chilly and rainy. But,
yeah. It's nice to be included though, and like in a safe space that's welcoming to everybody.
Yes.
Definitely is.
Mm-hmm. We got Cape Cod hoodies, had a lot of food.
Well, you can't go to Cape Cod without getting a Cape Cod hoodie.
Yeah. I guess that's a rule, apparently. So
I
only saw one drag queen, though. She was getting ready for
Is that disappointing? Show. Is that like a...
Yes.
Like that's abnormal to just see one?
In P-Town, yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It is. The last time I went, like, I think it was a parade going on, so there was many, but they had a show going on, I think a couple hours after I saw the one. It was when we went into True Value.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was in there. And yeah, she was like, don't forget to watch the show. It's at 7:00 sharp. And I was like, did you see her? And you didn't see her.
I didn't. Because I was actually confused. You said, did you see the Queen? And I'm thinking like British royalty.
Oh, you're the... It's so funny.
Like, why would the Queen be here?
That's not what I was talking about.
I know. I was a little late. And then when I finally figured out what you're talking about, I was like, oh, no, I didn't at all.
You didn't.
I saw many flyers for many other shows that were happening, but, it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
So we had a good time. And, that was just a quick recap of our honeymoon.
Well, the food was good.
Right.
Did you say about the food? Where'd we go? We went to Chowder Pot.
You keep calling it Chowder Pot. It's Lobster Pot.
I'm sorry. It's the Lobster Pot. What's the Chowder Pot? What is that?
Chowder Pot is here in Connecticut.
Oh.
I mean, it's still a seafood place, so you got that. But the Lobster Pot, I feel like you can't go to Cape Cod and not have lobster, partially because it's advertised everywhere.
Right.
And only one place we saw that said, like, we have, like, I think the wickedest lobster or something. So I was like, oh, wicked good. Because
wicked good lobster. Because everywhere else was like... best lobster in Cape Cod.
Right.
I'm like, how does everybody have the best lobster?
Right.
Somebody's lying.
Exactly.
Number one lobster
Exactly.
Cape Cod.
So we couldn't not have lobster, or at least I couldn't. So I took pictures of food. So by the way, all the pictures that we took, I will be sharing those on the same website that I gave before, the bit.ly/WatsonPerry2021. I haven't uploaded them yet, but they'll be there. The wedding pictures will be there. And of course, the broadcast of, not the broadcast, but the wedding footage video, that'll be there too. For those that missed it, because I went back to work and everyone was like, well, not everyone, but a few people were like, I missed it, I had to work, or, you know, they have, you know, their reasons, and I totally understand. I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. It is recorded. So I will post that, and I'll make sure people know when it's live, and then they can go watch it and look at pictures. And I think our registry used to be up there too, donations, because hey, you know, we always have bills to pay. And if you'd like to donate, and, you know, for a gift, we would gladly accept it. So that is my pitch.
Oops, it's 7:30.
It's 7:30. Our phone goes off. Our phone goes off at 7:30 all the time, every day. But all of that to say that we will definitely be chatting, Ashley and I, more so on a Kortney, can you do a breaking news thing for me? Yes, you're hearing it first here. I mean, where else would you hear it? But there is a new Indue podcast on the way. It is called Love Blurs, starring me and my wifey poo, Ashley.
Yeah.
Subdued excitement. I understand. But the podcast will mainly kind of revolve around reviews of things that we've watched, because we've already started. We've been watching Black Mirror, which terrifies Kortney. So I'm like, oh,
yes, it does.
I can't have her watch it and we talk about it, because I don't even know how far along you've gotten.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because I think I stopped at like one episode for it. Yeah, I'm a weenie. You know this.
And I know this, but I mean,
I'm okay. I'm okay with this though, you know.
But you're, I'm okay. When you reel it
stop
in,
the judgment. I can already hear it in your tone. You can stop right there.
All right. We'll be doing other things too. We'll definitely be chatting about the kid, because I mean, he's integral to our lives, just always around. So we'll probably have stories about him and just random musings. And I think I'm bringing a segment there where we'll probably go through, like, I guess they're called listicles, but whatever list I come across, I'm like, this is interesting. Let's chat about it. See if we agree. Or what I don't know. You're giving me weird looks.
I like the word listicle.
You like the word listicle?
I do.
Oh, okay. Do you have an opinion on the word listicle, Kortney?
I like it.
You like it? Okay.
I'm a fan of it, actually.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen it, so that's why I said it. It's like, listicles. That's what
it's pretty. Yeah, it's a great word.
I've never heard it before, but I like it.
14 best things.
You approve?
So. I'm sure that's a list, but that is not the list that I have prepared. I don't have a list prepared today. But I do have a Black History fact for today.
Black History facts.
Okay, so for today's Black History fact, it is one of Ashley's favorite actors. I don't want to read the whole thing. I'm trying to find the part that I liked. This article is from Watch the Yard. I will post a link on the show notes, because I feel you should read the whole thing, because it's great. In 1969, actor Samuel L. Jackson was expelled from historically Black Morehouse College for locking board members in a building for 2 days in protest of the school's curriculum and governance.
Huh. That sounds on brand.
Yeah, it gets better. Included in this group of people who were held hostage was Martin Luther King Jr.'s very own father, Martin Luther King Sr.
What? Of course. Of course. That makes sense.
Right. There's another part of it too. I'm trying to see if I could find it here so I could read it. Okay, I'll just read this. In 1966, during the height of the civil rights movement, Jackson enrolled at the... Okay, why is that repeated? Morehouse College in Atlanta, the alma mater of Martin Luther King Jr. In 1968, when Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated, King's body was brought to Atlanta to lie in state at Spelman College, the historically Black women's school adjacent to Morehouse. Jackson attended King's funeral as one of the ushers and then flew to Memphis to join an equal rights protest march that changed the way he thought. I was angry about the assassination, but I wasn't shocked by it. I knew that change was going to take something different, not sit-ins, not peaceful coexistence, he stated. I thought he was just not sure. I thought he was one of the pallbearers, which wouldn't kind of thinking back on it makes sense. But he was an usher at the funeral. So I'm like, wow. He just did a lot regarding, being around the kings.
Right.
So I definitely, I found that very interesting. So I'm like, oh, got to save that. And I saved that, I think early in July, like prior, I kind of knew the hiatus was coming. I was like, okay, I'll save this and make sure I find it for today's Black History Fact.
That's a good one.
I thought so.
I did not know all that stuff.
So now we will segue over to the Word Watch.
Word Watch.
Today's word is pulchritudinis. Okay, hold on. See, I knew a practice, and now need a moment here. You're chuckling at me. I hear it. Pulchritudinis. Nope. I missed a letter. Pulchritudinis. Wow. I put hyphens in there. Pulchritudinis. I will spell it now. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous.
Okay. Just said it was.
See, not hard.
Confidence. You know what it means.
No, I can probably break it down, but I don't feel like it right now.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me the definition.
The definition is, I'm sitting next to someone who's pulchritudinous. Oh my goodness.
Pulchritudinous?
Yes.
Okay.
It means beautiful.
Oh.
Oh. So sweet.
Mm-hmm. I saw it. I'm like, ooh, that's a great word. I don't even know how to say it, but I love it. So as for, we're moving away from Word Watch now into Spookums Zone. But as I was kind of telling you both before we started, that this particular Spookums Zone isn't really spooky as it is more eerie. I'll put it that way. So, Kortney, you wouldn't be too freaked out, I don't think. But
well, I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, I figured you would be. You would be. I'm going to play this sound in the background, which you may or may not hear. I'm probably going to be an ad before it plays. I bet. If it plays at all, will you? You will. Yeah, it's playing. Okay. Probably not going to be that loud. And I'll just read this article as it plays. Have you ever seen something you just know it was cursed? That's exactly the vibes of Lancashire's singing, ringing tree gives off. This structure, which we first saw on Boing Boing, which is a website, created from dozens of steel pipes, seems to constantly wail. Whenever the wind blows, the pipes create an eerie song, which is ever changing. I don't know if people can hear that, but it just sounds like eerie wind.
You can kind of hear it.
Yeah, so you can Google singing, ringing tree, and then you can actually see it. It looks like a tree. It's made of pipes. It's creepy looking. It almost kind of looks like a...
It's a sculpture?
It's... I don't know what it would be considered. I don't know if it's like an art piece or someone's like, I'm going to put all these pipes together and just, stick it up, make it look like a tree blowing in the wind. And then with the wind that constantly blows, this sound is constantly...
That's actually really cool.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I said it wasn't necessarily spooky, but could maybe be a little eerie to some.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's considered a sculpture. So I just read a piece here. But I will also post that in the show notes so people can see the video and read the article for themselves.
Nice.
Stop playing now. All right, I guess we'll go with this. This is my other not breaking news, my other Spookum Zone. Oops, sorry. I don't need that in the background. Go away. Where is the next? There it is. Nope, that's not it. So this, I'll just actually read the headline, and this could be a precursor to Floriduh or Floridon't. Land lobsters from hell are emerging after summer rains.
What? Okay.
Land lobsters?
Mm-hmm.
What is a land lobster?
Right. I was like, what's a land lobster?
And why? Yeah, what's a land lobster? I have questions.
A vine garoon. I'm actually reading this part for the first time. But let's see. Rain doesn't just bring floods and flowers. It apparently also awakens creatures that appear to come from the depths of hell. A vine groom, a sort of ungodly land lobster that can shoot acid from its tail.
What? That's not real.
Is that real? Ew, it's a bug.
It looks like a scorpion kind of thing, but not.
Gonna say Floridon't.
Vine garoon?
That's from somewhere else. Maybe like Australia.
Well,
It's a vine garoon?
A vine groom? Yep, it's a vine groom. So, but yes, the question also is this in Florida or not? You have a little bit of an advantage because you're looking at it, but it doesn't actually say what state.
It doesn't. Well, I didn't. I was just looking
Oh,
at
you're just looking at it?
the thing. The weird thing that I've never seen before.
I think what I'm sending over an image to Kortney so she can have a look at
Is
it
that
too.
Florida? Maybe.
Are you saying Florida? Maybe. Yes or no? Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't say who I was talking to.
Me?
Kortney, do you? Oh, wait, hold on. I'll ask Ashley first.
How big is it?
How big is it? That's a good question. So, Kortney, I just sent you the picture so you can see take a look at the land lobster.
It doesn't look like a lobster.
Oh God. Ugh.
3 inches long, so it's not that
It's
bad.
little.
Ew,
Yeah.
ew. Still big. It's still too big.
That's a big bug. It's gross.
So, yeah, 3 inches. So, Ashley, what do you think? Is it Florida or not?
That's not Florida.
Kortney, what do you say?
Nope, not in Florida.
You're both correct. It is in Texas.
Ew.
Yay!
Gross.
So I guess you're safe. Then again, I mean, everything is kind of gross in Texas. Not everything, but like they've got things you don't want to be involved. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we will just go ahead full-fledged into Floriduh or Floridon't. There are less creepy things. And again, I just read the headlines and you guess if it's Floriduh or not. Woman who asked about reward money under her own most wanted post is arrested.
I'm sorry. That's funny.
That's definitely Florida, though.
Yeah, that sounds like a Florida person.
You both say Florida?
Yes.
Yes.
Incorrect. Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma trying to. I'm trying to act out. Okay.
And what was funny about this article is like I found it and I knew exactly I wanted to use it for this segment. And then I'm listening to the Black Guy Who Tips, and he used it in his podcast, but he used it for Guess the Race. That segment he has.
That's funny.
So basically, you guess like if they're black or white. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know if you guys want to guess if she is black or white.
She is definitely. Well, maybe not definitely, but she's white.
Ashley.
I would say white.
She's black.
Lord.
Ooh. Okay.
From Oklahoma.
From Oklahoma.
What part?
Wow.
Oh, what part of Oklahoma?
So she's asking the real questions now.
Yeah. Tulsa Police Department. I guess Tulsa.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
If I had known that, I probably would have guessed black.
Sure. Uh-huh. Easy to
That's
say
not part of the
now.
game. You just have to know that. Just read you the headlines. All right. Next one. I guess I didn't really have to open it because I could read it. Landlord arrested for burglary after entering tenant's home, sniffing their underwear.
That's definitely Florida.
Wait, read that again.
Landlord arrested for burglary after entering tenant's home and sniffing underwear.
That's hilarious. It's also very awful.
It is.
Oh gosh. Wow. Yeah, Florida. Maybe. Yeah.
With confidence. Florida?
Yeah.
Well, you're confidently wrong.
Oh no.
In fact, that happened here in Connecticut.
Oh. Okay, I believe that. Where?
I believe that was East Haven.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Next one. Let's see. Man steals forklift, four-wheeler, and more. An impressive crime spree.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. An impressive crime spree? Is that what the headline actually says?
Yes, and the impressive crime spree is in quotes.
Oh. I'll take that.
I wonder if I can give you more information just by reading the first pair. No, they just see. There's a man that's facing charges after he was busy going on an alleged but impressive crime spree, local authorities say. 24-year-old Charles Harrington is facing several burglary and grand theft charges after the county deputies learned he allegedly stole at least 4 vehicles and caused property damage in the area. The incident started when deputies got reports about a crash on the highway. The body camera video shows authorities and blah, 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 stolen, blah, blah, blah. It just goes into detail about what he stole. And
was this all in one day?
See, witness approached deputies while they were investigating the truck, claiming 2 buildings were broken into. On top of that, bystanders said another Ford F-150 and a forklift were stolen.
Wow. That is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I know I read a story today. I'm not sure if it's this one. Okay. Because I didn't finish the article. The shirtless suspect claimed he was swimming with his old lady and even claimed he knocked on someone's door asking for some water. But other than that, I didn't do nothing. Harrington was taken into custody where deputies learned he had an open warrant out. He's being held on bond. He's being held on a $88,000 bond. Florida or not?
No, not Florida.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like, okay, so where's Grand Theft Auto? Like, where's that sit? The game.
The game? I think each version of the game is in a different place.
It's in different place.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking of Miami Vice, but that's not the same thing. I'm gonna say it's Florida.
Kortney, you are correct. It is Florida.
Woo! See, got the vibes.
I mean, eventually one of them would have to be. And then since I mentioned that last bit about the shirtless thing, because I'm like, wait a second, I thought I read that. But this is the story where, well, first of all, let me read the headline. Crook breaks into house, takes off shirt, and looks for alcohol while making himself at home.
I was going to make himself a sandwich too.
Well, I can continue to read this one. A brazen burglar decided to break into a home Sunday night and seemed very comfortable while searching for items to take. He was searching everywhere. He had a flashlight in his hand and he was opening everything he could, said the homeowner. Font was away. Oh, the homeowner was away and got alerts from a security system on his phone. I think first thing he went for was the alcohol. I guess he got relaxed. He was real interested in what he could find to drink. Even law enforcement was taken aback by the crook. How brazen is this? Said the police officer. This guy takes off his shirt, looks for alcohol in all the area in an area where there were a ton of cops. It's something we don't see here. Then he sauntered around looking at items and checking out the bicycle. It was a quiet evening at someone else's home for this burglar until the cops showed up. Somehow he got away, leaving a case of wine behind. We will get him. We will arrest him, said the cop. Yeah. Anyone with information, please contact the police at this particular place, which I cannot say. Because that would give away if it was in Florida or not.
I'm just gonna go all out. It is in Florida. This happened in Florida.
Ashley?
Sure. Florida.
It was in Florida, yes.
Woohoo!
Because he took his shirt off.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. That's the only reason.
This was Surfside, Florida, and Miami police were the ones that responded.
It's fitting.
Teen spikes stepdad's energy drinks with cow tranquilizers to quote unquote be funny, and he goes to jail.
Why would you?
As you should.
Was this Florida?
That's not Florida.
Or not?
Where the heck do you get cow tranquilizers?
Right.
Why?
Or do we want to know the answer to that? I don't know. I'm going to say not Florida.
You're both correct. This happened in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And where do you get cow tranquilizers from? Well, if you're
I was gonna say, like
from
you
the
needed,
farm.
you needed to be in like a cow state, like a farming type state. I would think.
That's why we didn't pick Florida.
Right.
It's where the cows are.
Where the cows aren't.
Well, Florida is where the cows aren't, yes.
Right. His stepdad is a dairy farmer, so
of course. So
they
were.
See,
they were prevalent.
it all makes sense.
I'm sure that article, it does go on. I didn't read it, but I just picked it based on the headline alone. Like, this is great. Let's see. Town ordered to shelter in place and turn off all air conditioners over mysterious airborne irritant. Is this Florida or not? Although it sounds deathly serious.
That's not Florida. I hope not.
I don't
Everyone
think
would die if they had to turn off their air conditioners.
Yeah, and they wouldn't do it, so they would die anyway.
But I'll say there's a few states where you feel like you would die if you turn off your air conditioner.
Yeah.
Florida would be one of those states. I'm not saying it is Florida. I'm not saying it isn't.
I'm gonna say not Florida.
Not Florida?
Not Florida.
Good job going with your instincts there. This again happened in Texas.
Oh gosh, did they die?
As far as I know, nobody died, but there was a reported chemical leak, and I cannot read the rest of this article. So I hope they made it. And I
hope so.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have last one. Loading. Angler hooks super rare 13-foot sawfish on the coast.
Ooh.
So it's a coastal place.
Right. But I don't know enough about sawfish to know where they
about fishing.
come from.
And I can't recall how many states are actually are on the coast that I can give you you gotta.
There's a lot of them. We're on the coast.
I know. I think Connecticut. Someone in Connecticut caught a sawfish.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
My dad's friend, he goes fishing all the time, but he usually just gets porgies.
Well, this particular sawfish, was he Floridian or not?
He is Floridian. He is.
Sure, why not? He's from Florida.
The sawfish is from Florida. Yes.
The sawfish is from Florida.
Yes, he is. Because the man who caught the sawfish. Huh?
Did they let him go?
That part, I am not sure. Just let's see. Let me just go ahead and read it. A family from Minnesota was on their last day in Florida and wanted to catch a shark. Wow. Okay, so they went out looking for trouble. But what they ended up catching was much more interesting. Charter boat captain Parker Miley of Fin and Fly Charters was tasked with helping this family. I'm not saying their last name because I don't know how to pronounce that. their goal and have a memorable last day in the Sunshine State. They had already caught a black-nosed shark earlier in the day, not far from Kennedy Space Center. After setting their lines with large pieces of kingfish, the family waited to see if another shark would chomp down on bait. But when they got a bite, whatever was on the other end of the line didn't behave like a shark. It didn't run or thrash. It just slowly moved, swam away.
Ew. Well, congrats to them for catching the thing.
Oh my God, it's a sawfish, you guys. This fish is super rare, Miley said.
Is it rare?
Apparently.
Well, I'm sure a 13-foot one is rare.
Yes. And there's video, which I have not looked at the video. I was only just enraptured by the picture that it has. I will show you in just a moment because I would like to send it to Kortney as well so she can see it and be like, oh, wow, that's a sawfish. Although I'm sending you the whole link.
Oh, yeah, those kind of fish. Yeah, those are rare.
And I will post the link in the show notes as well because you have to take a look at this thing. It's a sawfish.
13
Just got it.
Imagine. Wow.
So as for it's impressive.
That's a sawfish. Yeah.
What else do you call it? So
that was great though.
But that is all I have for you for this episode. Ashley, I'm so glad that you got to join us finally.
Yay.
Lost your voice there.
Excuse me. Yes, I'm happy to join. Finally.
Yes, finally.
After 2 years.
I know, after 2 years. I'm hearing like selective episodes, especially the ones that talk about the kid. So, but before we go, we also do recommendations. So this is the time. If there's anything that you've seen or read or listened to, anything like that, I'll start with Ashley first. If there's anything you want to recommend people listen to, watch, be entertained by.
Recently? No.
No?
Oh, no. No.
Okay. That's fine. Kortney, do you have anything?
Nothing that I've watched recently. I've been obsessed with other things lately, so not much new TV in my life these days, or movies or anything.
Terrible.
But this one thing that I'll tell you about in a second.
Okay. I'll say both of you. Terrible, the worst. Anyway, I will recommend. I'm kidding, of course. I will recommend a new show on HBO Max called Small Town News. I find that show very interesting, and there's parts of it that just seem relative to working like at a small time radio station, but also just this TV station is outside of Las Vegas, and they recently have a larger market within Las Vegas. So now they're not necessarily big time, but they're getting a bigger audience. And I guess whatever documentarian team has come over to watch this transition happen. And it's very interesting. The guy who owns the station is a huge Trump supporter. Everybody else, not so much, and it shows. There's one Black woman reporter who's I feel like if they were to make a movie about her, they'd probably have Journey Smollett play her because to me they look similar. But it's very interesting. I find it very interesting. It's kind of comedic at times. It definitely has that reality show. I don't want to say reality show because these are not actors. They're just trying to do their best. And it's a small town, very small radio station that's barely keeping it together. And everybody wears multiple hats. And I think it's worth checking out. I like it. And I probably only has a few episodes. I've watched 4 of them so far. So it's good. That's my recommendation.
Okay. Nice.
Yes. And lastly, a new segment here is just I keep wanting to call it a moment of gratitude, but moment of gratefulness. I guess the same thing. Just being grateful.
Similar.
Yeah. So, just take a moment just to share something that you are grateful for. Like me, I am grateful for my wife. feel like that was, kind of, I feel like I almost had to because you're here, but not just because you're here, because even if you weren't, I'd still be grateful for you.
Yes.
But one that's not so easy, I don't want to say not so easy, but not so obvious, is I am grateful for just being able to work, I guess, and pay for things. Because not everybody can do that right now. And it's really difficult just to continue on throughout the day with the world literally on fire and so many things. But being able to still do what I can within my power to keep things, afloat and going. So I'm grateful to keep going. Kortney, you want to go next?
Sure. So, lately I've had some health issues and received some not so great news regarding my health, but I can still say that I'm very grateful for my health, the health that I do have. I've had to make a lot of adjustments, but it makes me that much more grateful for, the health that I do have and what I am still able to do. And even for the things that I've had to adjust. I mean, it's not easy and not comfortable a lot of times, but I am grateful to be able to make adjustments and not, instead of being completely shut down or broken down. And I'm grateful for what my body does for me and what I don't want to call it being sick, but I guess what being diagnosed has taught me, which is to slow down and it kind of highlights what I should be grateful for. So I'm very grateful for that. I guess for that experience. I don't love it, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what I'm able to learn from it and how I can grow from it.
That's nice. Ashley, what are you grateful for?
My turn.
It's your turn.
Okay. Well, clearly, obviously, I'm grateful for my loving husband, who's awesome. Awesomest person ever. Next to me, of course.
Modest too.
Right? Definitely grateful for the kid, my baby Kendrick. I am grateful for everything that he is, even though he drives me crazy sometimes and I do want to throw him in the garbage sometimes. I am grateful for how smart he is. Like, even though he has like the worst mouth ever, I'm grateful that he is able to speak to me and is intelligent enough to be as sassy as he is. I'm really grateful for that. All that he is, it kind of shows that he's going to be an amazing person when he grows up. So I'm grateful. And similarly to Kortney, I am grateful for the health that I do have. Definitely grateful for the days that I've had in the past week. Like walking up all those stairs to, ride on the water slide with Kendrick was a blessing. Because, some days I'm not able to do that.
I mean, we have a few stairs and just to get to the apartment. Sometimes that can be a struggle.
And that's a struggle for me sometimes, but yeah, I'm definitely grateful because it's a lot of stairs.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 flights. It was a lot of stairs.
And I think it was more like 5 flights of stairs. It was a lot of stairs to get up to that water slide. It was ridiculous. But I did it twice.
You did. And Kortney, I will tell you a very quick story regarding this water slide.
Oh,
and so it's a typical water slide where it's a giant tube and you get on a raft and you go down the tube, and this tube is black, so you can't see anything. So it's just, you're going for a literal thrill. And if you have not been on this ride before, then brace yourself and, I don't know, prepare your lungs to start screaming, because that's what somebody did. And me and one of our friends we were with, we were waiting for her arrival, her and Ken, and all of a sudden it just gets louder, but it's like echoed, and we're like, who is that? Who is screaming like so loudly and just and was like, it can't be Ashley. Surely it can't. And then sure enough, it gets closer to the opening and who pops out but Ashley, just mouth agape and just screaming. And
wow.
I'm looking at her, our friend is looking at her, the attendant's looking at her, a woman who is also waiting, their children who are waiting, all just looking at her like, wow, really? Screaming at the top of your lungs for a good 30 seconds. But yes, it was quite a ride.
I wasn't ready.
You weren't ready. No.
I was afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it had been, like I said, I think the last time I was on a water slide like that, I was probably about 13. So, it's over 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. I wasn't ready.
At least the second time, you're much quieter.
Yes.
So.
I thought I was ready because, even Kendrick, poor thing, the baby, he was afraid. He didn't want to get on. And I made him go on. And I think I was more afraid than he was. I couldn't see anything. And I definitely got wetter than I thought I was going to get.
Yeah, you weren't expecting that either.
No.
So, it was a splash thing. But Kortney, Suzanne Hinton, thank you so much for yet again for everything, for hosting and for co-hosting this podcast also. And again, Ashley, thank you for joining us. This is us or me wrapping up. Ashley, do you want to be found anywhere on the internets? If so, this is your time. You can tell them. They can follow you on Instagram, Twitter, if you want them to.
No.
Okay.
No. Not right now.
Not right now.
It's not to be perceived.
Right.
If they want to find me on Instagram, all you will find is a few pictures of Kendrick. That's what happens if you find me on Facebook too. So no.
That's pretty much anything. If you do post anything at all. I've only started posting things again because I'm so proud of it.
And it's of Kendrick.
Although I'm trying to post more pictures of food just to make people hungry. Because if not, I'm just going to send them to Kortney just to make her hungry. So
thanks.
No problem. That's what we do as friends. But do you have any not recommendations? What am I trying to say? Plugs, or if people want to follow you, where they follow you?
Well, if folks want to follow me, you can catch me on the Twitters at IamKHinton, where I talk about everything Animal Crossing these days. Actually, I'm not on Twitter these days because I'm on Animal Crossing, but if you want to be friends so we can play Animal Crossing together, if you want to share any custom codes, if you want to, play Animal Crossing together, then come find me. Yeah. I'll eventually get off of this. Huh?
I said, look at you being a whole gamer.
I've always been a gamer, but I know that when I jump into something, I jump in it hard. And so sure enough, I've been on this game for, I think today is my 31st day, and it's been an everyday, multi-hour a day situation. And I knew this about myself. Mm-hmm. This is why I've, stayed away from gaming. Because I'm like, I have other things I need to do and I have no self-control. And sure enough, that's what's happening. So, here we are.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right. And how do people find you with that? I don't know if you said it.
I did, but you can find me if you want to play or talk about or discuss or obsess over Animal Crossing right now at IamKHinton on the Twitters. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought there was like a way on the game you can be found. I don't know if you said that part, if you did. I didn't say that part. There's a way to do it, but it is a long code and I don't know it by heart because it's like a bunch 12 of letters code or something. Yeah, but I can access it if somebody really wants it. So, gotcha. Oh, and I am so sorry to spring this at the very tail end because I knew I forgot a thing. It was the original breaking news. You don't have to do the breaking news thing, but I feel like I would be remiss if I did not mention this, especially with two Potterheads at the table. But there is a Harry Potter the exhibition. It's coming to Philly. Oh my God. In 2022, in the fall. They will be on tour, but they have not released any of the other tour locations. But it will start in Philly. And you can visit like recreated sets,
They will have the costumes. I don't know if you can try them on. They'll probably
We can drive there.
We can drive there, yes. Or, God. Hey, we'll possibly make a meeting out of it in case Kortney gets like the travel bug itch or whatever.
I'm already looking it up.
Wow.
I'm down.
I should have known. But yeah, that's something I meant to talk about much earlier. And then I could not end this podcast without mentioning Harry Potter to two of the people that I know love Harry Potter so much, and I love that they love it. So yes, they also love Lord of the Rings things, but I like Harry Potter more. So anyway, follow me on all things.
I'll let you keep that, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we can always talk about it, but I'll be like, yeah, the elf, that one. I like that one. Mm-hmm. Follow me on all things at Indoob. Go to Indoob.com. Tell someone you value that you value them. Live without regrets and live for the folks you love. Please wash your legs, your face, the bottom of your feet, the undersides of your dishes. Get vaccinated, even possibly a third time, and wear your mask. Please. Mask your children.
Wash your hands and don't touch your face.
Wash your hands.
Right.
Cover your mouth when you sneeze.
Please.
Like, even if you have a mask on, just do it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And please don't breathe on me at all. Like, I don't even like that
6
before
feet.
it happened. Like,
right.
6 to 12 feet, actually.
Right.
That's right.
Like breath that's from people that like sometimes Ken breathes on me, and I'm like, oh, get away from me.
I mean, sometimes Ken licks you, but
oh, yeah, that's true. Sorry, I had a moment. I've been your benevolent host, T. Sterling Watson, and remember, if the world didn't suck, we'd all fall off.
No.
Thanks for listening to the Indoob podcast, which was recorded from the south side of Wakanda in Little New Indubia on the corner of T'Chaka and MLK Drive, and is part of the Indoob network. Want more Indoob? Follow on Instagram and Twitter at Indoob, and on Facebook at IndoobPod. You can contact us and send Ask Indoob questions by emailing indoobpod@gmail.com. Want to support or donate? Find the T Public Store or become a patron on Patreon, where subscribing gives you perks and extra things from the Indoob network. Please subscribe, rate, comment, and share the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, Podbean, and wherever else podcasts are found. And of course, visit Indoob.com for all of this and much more. Thank you so much for letting us entertain, enlighten, and provide an auditory escape with knowledge and nonsense. Until next time.
Use your words, Chief. Good boy.
This has been another 3SFX production.